Alright, let's start it in a moment. How did I sleep last night? Yeah, could have been better. I mean, I was aiming for 8.5 hours. I suppose 8 hours is not that much off, but like yeah, even just a little bit off of goal. There's also had some hiccups too with the machine. Cool. Let's see. Alright, this is the time lapse I just posted. Oh, there's a drawn loop right now. Oops. There we go. Yep. So it was last night. Got into bed around 10. Ended up falling asleep 10:45, so didn't quite get to bed at 10 sharp, but it's kind of this middle part. I know there's a wake up. Yeah, there's a wake up there at 3 a.m. What else was there? Oh, that stupid intake nasal strip thingy, the magnetic thing. Yeah, right here. It got stuck in my mask and started causing a leak. So yeah, I think that's the end of me wearing that thing, the magnetic nasal strip. It's kind of pointless if you ask me. So yeah, I think I'm over it. All right. Otherwise, yeah, 8 hours, not bad, but not the best 8 hours either. Treatment wise and sleep quality wise, but we'll take a look and see what happened. Let's see. Alright, like I said, 10:09 is when I got into bed, and then I had a little bit of a mask hiccup, so I didn't quite fall asleep until 10:45. Let's see. Right. Yeah, if anyone's not familiar with what I'm doing, I basically live stream my sleep apnea treatment. So what you're seeing behind me is the live stream video from last night. And basically, I just put together the time lapse. So I'm going to go ahead and compare it to my sleep tracking data right here. 100%. Better? Nope, worse. Alright, yeah, compared to my sleep tracking data right here, and basically gonna, see what the different sleep stages look like, and go from there. Cool. Well, I'll give it a few more moments for the live to push out, but otherwise I will get started. Anyway, let's see. Alright, so 8 hours is what I rounded up to. I mean, so it says I fell asleep 10:45, and now, yeah, I mean, I got pretty close to 8 hours. If I could find 6 minutes of time that I was asleep before 10:45, then that would line up. So go to the real time. So it's audio out here. Yeah, if anyone can tap some hearts and share this out, I am interested in sleep tracking and sleep apnea as a sleep disorder. I appreciate that. But yeah, mainly just to start with the play-by-play of last night getting into bed. 10:09 is when I started, so one of the first things I did was um, test my mask fit. Now it's a little hard to see on camera because I didn't get this, but mainly I wanted to make sure the mask was properly fitting, so I adjusted all the straps and everything, and once I was confident that was fit correctly, I put everything else on. So noise canceling headphones, there's a chin strap that I'll talk more about later, and eye mask, and finally I'm gonna hook up the hose for the sleep apnea treatment, and then I'm gonna lay down. The top bottom picture aren't synced up. That's great. Ooh, B, why do you wake up with a headache every day? Questions. Have you been diagnosed with sleep apnea, or do you know what sleep apnea is? Um, that was one of the symptoms of sleep apnea that I basically didn't put one and two together until I got my diagnosis. Basically, I in my 20s I had chronic headaches, and none of my doctors could explain it. So it was basically a mystery. Oof. Uh, Sleeping pills. Yeah. That's why I'm always warning people about taking substances to get some sleep. I mean, granted, it's probably, it might help, obviously, but you don't want to end up becoming dependent on them. And at the same time, I mean, yeah, no judgments, but that's one of the things. Yeah, back to possibly what sleep apnea is. Well, um, so daytime fatigue is one of the major consequences of sleep apnea. Basically, with sleep apnea, no matter how much sleep you get, you basically don't ever feel rested, and that, I mean, a lot of people might sympathize with that. But a couple of key symptoms you want to be aware of for sleep apnea, besides the daytime sleepiness, is snoring. So if you know you are a snorer, you might you might have sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is one of the most common symptoms. I'm sorry, snoring is one of the most common symptoms of sleep apnea. So that's why it's pretty easy to pick up in people who snore pretty loudly. But the most dangerous symptom and most biggest red flag for sleep apnea would be stoppage breathing. So if you ever sleep and someone else is in the room and they say you stop breathing or you gasp for air, any of those types of symptoms might point you towards sleep apnea. Now, you say you're pretty young, so, and you're obviously relying on sleep aids to get to sleep. You may still want to talk to your doctor about and maybe talk to a sleep specialist. Again, I'm not saying everyone who's tired all the time has sleep apnea, but that's one way to get some answers, is to talk to your doctor and get referred to a sleep specialist. Oh, looks like I'm having some Wi-Fi issues. Sorry about that. So if I just drop out here and there. Okay, I think I'm fine now. J-Money, why are CPAP stuff so expensive? Yeah, you're in the US. US insurance system basically guarantees it to be expensive. Yeah, I mean, everything's marked up for, the insurance companies. The insurance companies take their cut, and then whatever's left payment-wise goes to you. So then when you go directly to buy any of the CPAP equipment or CPAP accessories, yeah, then you're usually paying a marked up rate. So like whatever the price they charge insurance companies for it, they charge you for it. So there's no insurance company in the middle, like eating up most of the cost. Yeah, that's kind of just crappy part about U.S. insurance is that whole system where basically you can never really know how much stuff costs. All right, so back to this real quick. So sleep tracker said that I fell asleep at 10:45. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep earlier, so let me go back to right before 10:45, and I'm gonna probably find some instance of here I am in bed. Basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure after this, I'm pretty sure I remembered this part, but in a few moments I should be knocked out. Yeah, I don't think I could probably tack on nope, that's probably yeah. I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna add on 6-7 minutes right here. Yeah, I don't think any of this I'm seeing right here is me awake. So it's saying I fell asleep at 10:45. It's probably a little bit of a conservative estimation of when I fell asleep. Again, the sleep tracker's on the Apple Watch, so basically, it just that might have been like one of the last unconscious moves I made, and then probably that's when the sleep tracker decided to kick in. So yeah, at this point I'm asleep. I'm going to go back to the sleep tracker real quick and show you different sleep stages. 11:02, I'm going into deep sleep, so I'm going to see what deep sleep looks like in like 14 minutes on the recording. So let's see, deep sleep. I see I'm tossing around a bit, I'm crossing my legs. That should all stop in like 5 minutes, like 11:02. So in a couple minutes, yeah, that might be it. Alright, so deep sleep is now, and it's going to be for 22 minutes. So I'm pretty sure this pose I'm holding, I'm going to hold it probably for the next 20 minutes. So I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. Put the camera down just a little bit just to see. Yeah. Oh, did it jump to? No. 11. Hey, DJ Whisper, do you have to see a doctor for the right pressure, or can you just pick? Yeah, your sleep doctor will set the pressure for your machine when you get it. Not in the US, basically your sleep doctor manages your sleep therapy. There's no way to shouldn't be able to not properly. There's no way to properly set it yourself. Any thoughts on myofunctional therapy for mild cases? I'm not quite sure what myofunctional means. Maybe you want to give me a quick definition on that real quick. Otherwise, I can look it up later. Just want to keep going through the sleep review. Yeah, I mean, mild cases of sleep apnea. I mean, there's so for some mild cases, they don't even give people the machine. Hey, Ivy, slept 8 hours, but wasn't the cleanest 8 hours, so I'm still kind of groggy this morning. So, all right, so here I'm gonna end deep sleep soon, so I'll probably start moving shortly. Yeah, that was the end of deep sleep. So basically, deep sleep is when the body basically is pretty relaxed and it's not going to have much movement. Alright, so the next sleep phase I'm going to look for is at 12:29 is REM sleep. Alright, my functional therapy is training the throat and mouth muscles to stay open. I mean, yeah, for mild cases, I'm sure that's applicable, and I'm sure even people with on sleep apnea treatment right now, like a machine, might benefit from some of those therapies, but I wouldn't, for anything more than mild, like severe or well like severe sleep apnea, I wouldn't advise people only do myofunctional therapy. They should stick to their machine they're given, as well as obviously they can try other things on top of it, but nothing Just a good idea not ever to try to replace um, sleep apnea treatment like a sleep apnea machine. All right, DJ Whisper, you've only tried the full face mask. I'm wearing, well, it is a full face mask. It's the F30i by ResMed. Yeah. I can imagine any type of like breathing exercises or anything on top of sleep apnea treatment could certainly help. All right, so yeah, DJ Whisper, if you didn't catch me, that's the F30i by ResMed, and basically it looks almost like a nasal mask, but basically it's like a full face mask. What it does is just cups under the nose and covers the mouth like that. And there's the two air channels that go up inside the head, and then on the top of the head is the hose port. Yeah, that's the one I'm prefer right now, and that's actually probably the best one I've used since. So yeah, if you want to check for your sleep doc, if you can get that one or a similar style than that one, that's probably the best because it's pretty low profile, doesn't cover up your nose completely, and then also like it's yeah, it's also pretty comfortable. Trump Turnpike. Did I notice a difference in my life once I started using the mask? I noticed a difference in my sleep. I mean, the first night of sleep was just unbelievably, incredibly different than any night of sleep I'd gotten before then. Basically, because of sleep apnea, I would never be able to get a good night's sleep before, because anytime I slept, I basically was depriving my brain and body of oxygen. So going to sleep all of a sudden on treatment was like a game changer. Literally, it was like all of a sudden I could actually have a restorative night's sleep instead of sleeping and having like apneas overnight. All right. Right now, I'm in a REM stage, so it's only for like 23 minutes, and my eye mask is down, so it's not much to see from my eyelids. But I do remember having a dream last night, and don't have any. I don't remember exactly what it was about. In fact, when I woke up, I meant to write down what I remembered, but by then it was already pretty. Yeah, and at this point, it's so long after that I'm probably not gonna remember any of the details. So that's rapid eye movement sleep stage is what I'm in right now. And again, because the eye mask is down, you won't really see much of that, but keep forging ahead. Alright, next sleep stage after this is going to be deep sleep again at 120. And again, you can see how much I toss and turn throughout the night, especially on the time lapse when it's all just like fast forwarded home into a minute. But deep sleep is coming up at 120, and it's basically uh, characterized by not very much motion at all. So let's see, another 7 minutes. We're gonna see what deep sleep looks like. Okay, cool. So remember this pose? I'm basically gonna be like this for 7 whole minutes. So like in 2 minutes, I'll probably break this pose. Like, yeah, something's gonna. Yep. See, exactly right on time. So yeah, that's what characterizes deep sleep. I have another deep sleep at 2:18, but it's so short. I'm probably not. It's probably won't be noticeable if I just fast forward through this. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead to my next REM sleep, which is at 2:36. Now, here's a good chance. Now, right now, REM, my eye mask is up, so there's actually a pretty good chance you'll be able to see the rapid eye movement. REM stands for rapid eye movement. So if you, I'm gonna zoom in to my eyeballs. Just fair warning, it's gonna be kind of big on screen. All right, there I am. There are my eyes, and basically for the next 25 minutes, I guess the clock's not on screen anymore, but basically right now my eyes are gonna go ahead and probably like twitch like I'm in a dream. So, well, basically, yeah, that's what's happening right now in REM sleep. So, let's see. Yeah, you see the eyelids fluttering, and every so often you'll see the eyes twitch like left and right, and that's pretty. It's pretty trippy to see. Yeah, you can see definitely a lot of it. So yeah, that's REM sleep. That's what basically you look like when you're dreaming, basically. So when you're dreaming, your brain and your visual cortex are basically pretty active. So it means your eyes start moving um, in coordination with the dream. All right, so that's the end of REM sleep. All right, so 3:06. Now I have a wake up coming up right now, so I'm curious what woke me up. Honestly, yeah, that's a good question. I remember what woke me up, and I sometimes I don't even know what woke me up um until I rewatch this video. So I'm gonna pause the piano music real quick, and right now so I'll listen to the sound from the recording. Sorry if that's loud. That's pretty loud. Turn that down a little bit. All right. So let's see what these noises are. If there's anything maybe loud in the room that might have woken me up. Now I'm wearing noise canceling headphones, so it's typically like something. Well, okay. There, I reached and scratched my nose, so that was that noise. Let's see what other noises are coming up. More noise right here. All right, it's actually gonna be me turning over to my side, I bet. So, yeah. So that was me trying to turn over after. All right, and uh, at some point, I'm gonna realize I'm awake, and then that I'm not falling back asleep. So, it's probably gonna take a few moments. Usually, if I find myself awake and I'm like, it's probably not time to wake up yet, I don't even look at the clock. I just try to like go back to sleep because I'm waiting for the alarm clock to wake me up. But right now, let's see. Yep, I go. Yep, take a peek at the time, and I realize it's 3:10. So at this point, I'm like, what do I do? I think I decided to pause my live stream. Ooh, so now I realize the extent of that decision. So 3:10 is when I decided to get up, and then 4 o'clock is when I get into bed. So I actually did cut out. I think I tried to get back into bed, and I just couldn't do it. So I don't know, I had to do something else to relax. So 4 o'clock's when I got back into bed properly. Oh, great. I don't think our cough was anything. It might have just had something like water or something. Alright. So I should be asleep again by 4:04. Let's see what happens 3 minutes from now. That's interesting. I'll see if I believe that. Turn the music back on. Alright. Could this person actually be asleep in 2 minutes? Yeah, I see my eyes are kind of droopy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still playing on my phone, which is obviously still a bad idea, but like, eventually I just like pass out. A minute, maybe? I don't know. That's actually probably what happened. I think I just like gave up and just fell asleep right there. Alright, so I'm asleep again. Alright, so 4:04. Gonna go back to the sleep tracking. Sleep tracker. Yeah, 4:04 is where we're at in the recording right now. Now we're gonna go back in our deep sleep at 4:29 now. And that's kind of the thing about waking up in the middle of the night and staying up for a little bit. You can kind of trick your body go back into deep sleep, which deep sleep's like one of those things that people ask, like, how do I get more deep sleep? And I think honestly the only thing I've figured out is that since deep sleep a lot of times only happens right after you've fallen asleep, if you wake up and then go back to sleep, you can trick your body to go back into deep sleep. So 4:29, this is deep sleep. Like again, so the basics are you won't see me move from this position. So it's 4:29 till 4:42. Fast forward the next 10 minutes. Probably not gonna break this pose for a while. Cool. Yep. So there I go. 4:42, and then I'll probably toss to another position. There. Yeah, there it was. Cool. So that was deep sleep. Another really short deep sleep at 5:22. Yeah, that might be worth looking at. Fast forward ahead to 5:22. Is this the exact same pose? Yeah. So actually, I'm holding this pose from before, and now I'm just gonna be in deep sleep for 5 minutes, which is kind of interesting. All right. So that's deep sleep till 5:27. Hey, Isaac, you just got your sleep study done today? So you just got out of it? Cool. That means your results should be coming soon, so uh, hopefully you get some answers there. Did you? How's your experience with your sleep study? Was it easy to fall asleep, or was it like tricky? Next REM stage of mode 4 is at 5:43, so like 5 minutes. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna see if my IMS. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I figured that much. Yeah, so yeah. If you sleep poorly there, I mean, it's kind of your chance to be on display for them. All right. So okay. So here I'm in REM sleep, and here's where that stupid intake uh, nasal strip thing kind of betrayed me. I'm gonna zoom in and show you. I put this thing on because I like figured why the hell not, and look what it does. It guess it fell off the magnet, one of the magnets, and now it's like stuck down one of my nostrils, and it's causing a leak on my mask. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that well. Yeah, but that's supposed to be like on top, and the mask is supposed to be like right there, cupping underneath the nostrils. So yeah, the nasal strip effed me over. So I remember, okay, so I woke up 6:12, and at 6:12 I figured out what had happened, and I took the intake off. So let me go back and just swatch. So right now I'm having REM sleep, so it might even be worth looking at the eyelids, just to kind of like eyelid motion I have, but still, this isn't the best sleep because right now that nasal strip is causing a leak, and yeah, I think I'm done with that. Yeah, though the only reason I started using it again because I found some refills left over in a drawer, and I was like, yeah, might as well start using these again, right? Nope, bad idea. Well, at least it got dislodged last night, and that's what we're seeing right now. Is okay, so 6. Well, so I'm dreaming right now. So you see the eyelids and the eyeballs moving along, but at the same time, I'm also having a high leak, or just probably a moderate leak. Yeah, and even though I pulled the eye mask down, even I bet even pulling that eye mask down, like probably just pushed the nasal strip down further. So I bet you, yeah. So let's see what my hands end up doing here. Yeah. So I noticed something's off. I'm picking my nose. The watch. Okay. But basically, the eye mask is down, and now the intake is still that metal nasal strip is still like in a bad spot. It's basically causing me to leak air out of where the nostril is supposed to make a seal. So yep, that is bad. That was probably the cause of some of this leakage. Here, go turn over. Maybe get a better look at it. But in like 10-12 minutes, I'm gonna wake up and realize something's wrong with my mask, and I think I spend like a couple minutes awake figuring it out. So yeah, it'll be like the next 5 minutes. Right, good time to zoom out. All right, so 6:12. Realize the nasal strip is doing the opposite. Well, technically, it's open up my nostrils, but it's doing it in a really bad way, for me at least. So, all right. So there's noise coming up, and I know basically I'm gonna catch the intake fail. Yeah. So that's a big thumbs down for the intake nasal strips. They look cool. They seem like they work pretty well, but okay. Here's me awake, and I'm like, what's going on? Something's wrong. And like, what time is it? Yeah, it's 6:12. Stop the machine, because I figured it's like a problem, like the machine's pumping too much, and then like, wait, no, something else is wrong. So I'm feeling for like leaks, and there I go. Eventually, I'm gonna like open my eyes and like, what the heck is going on here? And that's gonna be when they're like, oh, yep. I felt around and like, what is going on? And like, yeah, the mask is tight. I'm gonna turn the machine off, turn back on. Yep, what am I doing? Yep, I think I didn't move this one right here. Put this image down. Oh gosh, it's like, yeah, I'm still convinced it's just a mask, but then I don't realize it's the nasal strip freaking making a gap in the mask. No, the hose was fine. Um, yeah. So there it is. I keep trying to like reposition the mask. Like, is it the mask that's doing it? But no. It takes me a little while for me to realize that the nasal strip, the little wishbone thing, stuck into my nostril, and it's like leak, high leak, high leak. What's going on? So I start taking my mask off. I'm like, what the heck is doing this? And I'm starting to troubleshoot. I'm like, okay, running the mask bit again. I haven't even looked at myself in the mirror yet, so basically I have no freaking clue. Oh, yeah, there it is. I took the intake thing off and I threw it off. That's all right. So that was a wake up. That was I can totally blame on that stupid nasal strip thing. So, yeah, my final review of that thing. It's expensive. It's gimmick. It's like a nice little wishbone thing that pulls your nostrils open, which I guess is great. But the refills are expensive, and yeah, I can't imagine wearing that underneath a sleep apnea mask either. I mean, my mask basically left my nostrils, like the top of my nose, open for me to have that as an option. But it just the yeah, complete and utter fail that provided. Yeah, that's probably the last time I'm gonna reuse those. So probably just keep those in a drawer, give them to someone else if they need them. Alright, so we go 6:31 is the next REM cycle. Yeah, that's how sleepy I am still. Like I got like an hour left to sleep, and I just fall back to sleep, and I even enter a small REM stage. Tuka, you're getting a tonsillectomy done in 2 weeks. Hopefully, it helps your OSA. Yeah, good luck. I hope everything works out. Hope your recovery goes well, and yeah, hopefully that works out. I mean, oh man, I mean, I wanted my tonsils out in my 20s. Like this is all pre-diagnosis, mind you, and I kept getting like tonsillitis. So I asked my doctor, like, hey, can I get these out? I mean, they keep getting like infections, and I'm like, nah. Little I realized, I don't know if my doctors had any clue at that time that I had sleep apnea, they might have actually improved my life at that point and not even realize. All right, so after this, it's pretty much smooth sailing until my alarm clock. So I'm just gonna fast forward. I basically, yeah, I'm still freaking tired. I think I turn over here. Oh, so oh yeah, that's a good point. Sleep apnea and anesthesia. Uh, yeah, hopefully their anesthesiologist knows what what the deal is, and you know that's. I mean, I imagine they're prepared for those situations. So I yeah, as long as they know you have sleep apnea, I wouldn't be super concerned. All right, I'm gonna pause the piano music again, despite how relaxing that is. And I'm gonna play my Nintendo Alarmo. It's gonna wake me up to some Mario Kart sounds. So hear that in just a moment. And hear dee 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 dee. There we go. Oh, sorry to hear that, Tuka. Yeah, hopefully you'll have fewer of those once the tonsil surgery and tonsil removal and recovery is over. Yeah, and that isn't that all we want? Don't we all just want to get like restful sleep? Right. Yeah, I hear you. Your body can't resist CPAP or can't tolerate it. Alright, so alright, here I go. So the alarmo is going off, and the thing is, I'm wearing noise canceling headphones, so it's not the fault of the alarmo. I'm like, thank you, Tuka. So basically, I'm, I'm still freaking tired at this point, and also like the noises weren't gonna like. But I think in a minute my phone alarm goes off, and I think that pipes a little bit through my AirPods. So I'm pretty sure, yeah. Here you'll hear some birds chirping, maybe. Actually, yeah. Yeah, there's some bird chirping in the mix, but I don't think that woke me up either. That's how freaking tired I was. All right, let me fast forward it. It might, yeah, okay. Something eventually makes me up. All right, I think the alarms get louder for some reason. Yeah, the birds chirping, you hear that mixing in more. So now, yep, I'm awake. Realize what time it is, and I'm like, get up and go turn the alarm off. And then I turn the phone alarm off, and I'm awake. Alright, so again, for getting to bed at 10 and waking up at 7:30, I mean, 8 hours. 8 hours is not bad, but it's also wasn't the best I could do. So yeah, that's my sleep review. I would say that was a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Let's look at some of these percentages. Or this is how much time I spend in each sleep stage. I had an hour and a half. Hey, Millennial Dad, I use the Apple Watch to track sleep. So this is all the data broken down from the Apple Watch. All right, so I got an hour and a half of REM sleep, 5.5 hours of light sleep, and 50 minutes of deep sleep. Percentage wise, that's how it breaks down. So it's mostly light sleep, um, followed up by REM and deep sleep. Okay, here's some other stats. My heart rate overnight was anywhere from 75 to 85 beats per minute. Respiratory rate 11 to 17, and wrist temperature a little colder than normal. All right, so that's all the stats from my Apple Watch. Here's what the My Air app picked up. Now, no, basically you buy the watch and the sleep tracking is just all done through your watching your iPhone. All right, so here's my score. Now the mask's off definitely. Like I took the mask off and on a lot last night, so that contributed to 94. I got good usage, good seal, but I'll show you what good seal meant. All right, so that whole issue with the nasal strip lodging into my nostril, that cost me 2 points off of good seal. So yeah, that was what happened there. That cost me 2 points, and then here the masks off cost me 4 points. So yeah, that's why I lost 6 points last night. 2 points because of the mask seal. So I'm definitely not gonna use those intake devices anymore. They're definitely not worth it. And masks off. I mean, that was a lot of that was the time I woke up, as well as um yeah, just some that whole mess. I mean, that whole intake issue was definitely a buzzkill. It really uh, threw me off my rhythm. All right, yeah, 94. So I can contribute that to a couple of things. The seal. So the mask seal, despite that being such a small metric, it could be a big contributor to type of therapy. So however long that nasal strip was lodged in my nostril and causing a leak, I wasn't getting effective therapy for that time. So that's why it always docks you for the mask seal. And mask off, mask on and off, that means you segment your sleep. So basically, since I woke up so many times, I didn't get solid sleep. Like the night before, I got more solid sleep, but basically, I got to sleep around 11, woke up around 3. So that's like 4 hours of sleep. Well, stayed up for a while, went back to sleep. So the that's so a couple of things. Obviously, the leak that's never gonna happen again. I'm not gonna really wear that stupid nasal strip again. And segmented sleep, it's sometimes you can't help it. You wake up, but I've been better lately at waking up and getting immediately back in bed. I cut out in the footage. I basically cut out my first attempt to get back to sleep. So basically, yeah, I wake up 3:10, and then I go back to sleep for 4 o'clock. Now I tried to keep the wake up short. I tried to go back to sleep at like 3:20 or something, but I couldn't. And then I woke up again, tried do some different things to relax, and then 4 o'clock I was finally like ready to knock out. So yeah, segmenting my sleep didn't help. The fact that I gave it 8 hours split into 2 4-hour chunks, I think, yeah, if there was a preference, you'd want to get a full 8 hours versus 4 and 4. Um, I don't know. There's a little bit of science behind segmented sleep, so you definitely, some people might be different. Pokemon, you have central sleep apnea. Oh, when did you diagnose with that? So, I I have obstructive, and that's basically the most common. I believe the more common type of the sleep apnea is the um obstructive. So that's basically when the shape of the airway, like the neck fat, and the tongue size, all that causes the airway to close. But central, I believe that's because your brain and central nervous system are preventing your body from breathing at night. So, Pokemon Skate Kitty, I yeah, hope you're being treated and hopefully getting better sleep now that you have central, or if you just get diagnosed. Yeah, I mean, hi NJ, good to see you. Yeah, got 8 hours of sleep last night, but not the best 8 hours. 8 hours. I basically slept for like 4 hours. Tried to get back to sleep, I couldn't. Fell back to sleep for like what? It's like 4.5, 2.5 hours, and then hour and a half after. Yeah, it wasn't the best night's sleep. I had the good amount of sleep, but not a good quality sleep. So definitely could be do better. Oh wow! Thank you all for the 3.2k hearts. I appreciate you all for that. Yeah, you guys don't know my deal. Basically, I live stream my sleep apnea treatment, and that's what you're seeing. That's what you see on my most recent TikTok I posted. And here on TikTok Live, I basically review the footage, um, compare it to my sleep tracker, and try to analyze what kind of night's sleep I had. And I can tell you, 8 hours might sound great on paper, but looking at the 8 hours I got, not the best. So yeah, definitely gonna try to work on that tonight. Do what it's the weekend, so tomorrow being Saturday, I'll be able to sleep in, so it's one good thing. Yeah, if you're all, thank you all for joining me. If you want to drop me a follow, you'll get to catch when I go live next. I might do another TikTok live this afternoon. I tend to right now I don't have the energy to keep going. I'm still pretty exhausted, so probably get some more caffeine in me, and then later this afternoon maybe I'll do another live and have another conversation about sleep apnea then. But yeah, if anybody likes what they're seeing, you can drop me a follow. You'll get notified when I post the time lapses. When I post time lapses in the morning, I usually go on TikTok live right after that. But if I uh, do a short live like this, 45 minutes, not short. I'll come back in the afternoon, maybe do a follow up. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for the hearts, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the live now. But if anyone has lots of questions about sleep apnea, I'll take them now. But otherwise, I'll come back later to doing our live, probably sometime in the afternoon whenever I find some time. All right, good to see you all. Good to have a good chat, and tonight try to avoid all this mess. All right, catch you all later. Peace out.